Morning, guys. Hey, it's Len from Mercury Man Garage and Outdoors. Well, we're on the road today, and we're heading out to get fascia boards for the woodshed. Now, it's been a while since I've done any work on the shed, and that is because I kind of been getting low on money. And as you know, I've been trying to use my bundlewood profits for the building of that shed. And I've had some sales over the past few weeks that have helped out, so I'm able to go get a little bit more lumber to get going on it again. The only thing I haven't had to, or wasn't able to, I should say, purchase with my bundle sales was the stones. Part of it was and part of it wasn't. The limestone was quite expensive, so I had to dig into our savings for that. Probably have to do the same thing once I get to the steel. That stuff's not cheap for the roof. So we'll have to dig into our savings for that. I'll check with my financial advisor, see if I can do that. I think she'll be okay with it. But anyway, guys, we're gonna head out, get some fascia boards, and we'll get going. Stay tuned. All right, here we are. We made it back, and check this out. Doesn't get any better than that. That is so cool. My buddies are here. But anyway, we made it back with the lumber. I got 4 2x8x10s and 4 2x6x10s. The reason I did that is because the 2x8s are gonna go along the front, and the 2x6s are gonna go along the back. And I'll show you why I'm not going with 2x8s. It's both sides. Kind of screwed up. And I'll show you the back first. When I put this stringer on, I didn't account for the fascia laying flush on here, and I kind of got it overhanging a little bit. And as you can see, this one's really overhanging. So my thinking was just put a 2x6 from here down to cover up, you know, that board there, and just leave this exposed over the top of the 2x6. I don't think that's a big deal. It's a woodshed. But anyway, it's kind of like that all the way down. I realized my mistake about 3/4 of the way done, and then I kind of corrected it, but it's still overhanging too much, where if I put that fascia board up, it's gonna sit like this, kind of. It's gonna kick out a little bit. I don't want that. And the front, I corrected it. I set that stringer back a ways to where now the fascia board will be flush with my cuts and cover up that whole gap from the stringer all the way down to the bottom of the board there. But that should look good. I don't think it's going to be a big deal that I got 2x8s in the front, 2x6s in the back. So that's that. Let's get going. Well, good morning. It's the following day. We had to shut her down early yesterday because, man, it was hot. And it's going to be more hotter today. So we're getting an early start. The sun's just coming up. And we'll be shutting her down early again today. But I want to try to get the rest of these fascia boards done. And we have another problem. Let me show you. First, let me show you the progress that I did yesterday. I got all these front fascia boards on, the 2x8s. They went on pretty well. And we get down here to the end, and someone miscalculated how many he needed. I got 4 10-footers, and I'm going to need one more 8-footer to finish off this. So I keep forgetting you got to center these on the rafters for nailers to nail it in good. And you got some cutoffs, so that makes up the difference. But anyway, that's what we got done yesterday. Extremely hot, like I said. And back here, it's the same thing. These are 2x6s by 10s, and I got one up, and I'm gonna need one more of those too when we get down to the end down here. But another issue that I found as I'm putting these on is my soffit. If I'm gonna put soffit boards on here, I didn't leave myself a gap, with a wider 2x. I probably should have come down here about an inch with my 2x10 or whatever I needed for here, 2x8. But I didn't do that. It's the same way on the other side. Pretty much these are flush or hanging down just a little bit, these rafters. So I don't know, maybe I won't even put soffits up. Don't really need them. It'll help with airflow if I don't have them. The thing I'm worried about is those bees that bore into wood, the carpenter bees. It's a lot of wood for them to chew on here. So what do you think, guys? What should I do? But I'll worry about that another day. I just want to get these fascia boards up and then get the roof on and start sealing this. I'm going to go with that Ready Seal. It's the natural light oak. And like I said before about this wood shed, it's patterned after Outdoors with the Morgans, Mike Morgan's shed. He built one 5-6 years ago. Very similar to this one. Mine's a little bigger, but it's similar in style to his, and I'm patterning mine after his, and he used that Ready Seal, and it looks really nice. So that's what I'm gonna do. But as far as the soffits, we're gonna hold off on those for now. We'll figure something out. Let's get going. 2 words. It's hot. Oh man, I'm standing out here in the shade. It's a little bit of breeze. I don't even know what time it is. Maybe 8:30, 8 o'clock, and it's already low 80s, I'm gonna guess. High humidity. And it's just gonna get worse. So I got done what I can get done. Like I said, I gotta go get more fascia boards for the front and the back, 8-footers. But I think that turned out good. It's not perfect. There's some gaps in that soffit. The fascia board, the rafters were not cut perfectly, so we got a little bit of waviness in there. Not too concerned about it. Like I've been saying, it's a wood shed. It's not the Taj Mahal. So I'm good with it. But as far as that soffit, I think for now, like I said, we're just gonna leave that open for airflow. Hey there, buddy. How are you? Not good, huh? Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that open for some good airflow. And if I do have a problem with those bees, carpenter bees, I'll either get some of those traps or stain this and still get some traps, because they go right through the stain sometimes in the paint. But that does hinder them a little bit, as far as I've been told. So probably do that. But anyway, that's gonna be it for now, guys. I'm gonna head to Home Depot and get some more 2x8s and 2x6s and whatever else I think I'm gonna need for this shed. But I think I'm gonna call it for today. All right, well, there we go, guys. Just got a little bit more to do here. Fascia board is on for the most part, front and back. It's coming along nicely. Once we get that done, we're gonna move on to steel and seal. Hey, I like that. Steel and seal. But like I said, I'm trying to do this shed with just my bundlewood profits. And for the most part, I've been able to do that. I'd say 90% has been bundle firewood profits. The steel and the stone, steel definitely is not gonna be any bundlewood profits, but the stone for the majority was. Steel is not. So that's about the only thing I'm going to be spending my, I guess you say, regular money on. And that'll be next. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick little video on fascia boards, getting them on my shed. And if you like this sort of content, please subscribe and leave a comment. I really do enjoy the comments and suggestions you guys have. And don't forget to give me a like, and we'll see you on the next one. Find your thing, guys. Have a good one.